Hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. On today's episode, we are talking about the throat chakra. And what's so interesting about the throat chakra is that the throat chakra is a place where a lot of your self-worth can maybe get tied up there. I'm going to give you guys an example. I started a mentorship program for anybody who wants to explore their mediumship abilities. And so today I woke up and I had this little tickle in my throat and I was like, what's that about? And it's almost just like this feeling like I just need to clear my throat, but every time I do, I just need to do it more. And I was really tapping in, what the heck is this about? And my guides were like, oh, you're about to go meet with one of your first students in this new mediumship mentor program that you're doing, and you're feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome. You're feeling a little bit of, am I going to have the right words to say? Are my exercises good enough? Is what I have planned enough? Am I going to be able to, help this person? And a lot of this class is a class that I have to talk for. So it was almost showing me this connection of me feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome and my throat chakra almost closing a little bit and kind of making this just irritated feeling in my throat, if that makes sense. And so I was like, okay, what are some things I can do to kind of do that? So my guides were definitely saying to send my throat chakra some strength and some emotional support. So if you've learned how to do Reiki, this is something you can do with just a Reiki 1 certification. You don't need to be a Reiki master or a teacher. But what you can do is, if you're feeling that around your throat chakra, you can go in and you can send strength and emotional support to your throat chakra to help open it up a little bit. So I'm actually going to go through that practice with you guys. So the first thing I do is whenever I connect into Reiki energy, normally I get in a little bit of a channeled state. And this is what I start to do with my hands to sort of activate that Reiki energy. And then really I'll just start to kind of feel the energy in between my hands. I'll ask my guides to come in and open my crown chakra and allow life force and energy to flow through my crown and out of my hands to help myself and others. Now that I feel like I'm in a good place energetically, I'm going to go ahead and just send a little love to that throat. So I'm just going to draw some different Reiki symbols with one hand as I send love and support with the other hand. Oh, wow. Just as I was starting to work those symbols into my throat chakra, I just felt this release and this open up where my throat almost felt a little closed off or a little tickled before. It was almost like I could feel it energetically opening up, and now I feel a lot more confident and just reminded that I am doing the things that I'm supposed to do for a reason, and I don't need to worry about if I'm enough or if I need to do something to be more, because I already am enough, and I wouldn't be having these offerings if they weren't energetically aligned with what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So that is me sort of working through real time a block in the throat chakra. So your throat chakra a lot of times is correlated to your self-worth, your ability to stand in your truth, your ability to speak your truth. And if you are struggling with your spiritual gifts, I like to call it in the broom closet. If you're in the broom closet, you have spiritual gifts and abilities, you don't tell anybody, you think it's weird, whatever, you're gonna get a big energetic block in that throat chakra. That's happened to me many times, and I always notice it's when I feel like I'm not standing in my power enough, or when I'm feeling like maybe what I do is a little bit too woo-woo or too out there, I'll start to feel that block. And whenever I was at this point where I was in the closet with all my gifts, I was doing, readings and things like that for people, but I wasn't open about it. I had a really big energetic block around my throat chakra. And once I started to let them theory by Mel Robbins, once I started to just let them think and feel and whatever about what I'm doing, because other people's opinions doesn't really matter anyways, I felt that block just start to clear and to open up. So the throat chakra is a really big area that you can activate whenever you are doing Reiki on somebody else, or if you know how to do self-Reiki, you can go in and give yourself that energy at any time. And I have been working with Reiki energy for a little while now, so how quickly you guys saw me kind of channel, tap into that energy and send that healing, it's not that quick if you're just starting out. If I was just starting out, that probably would have been a 20-30 minute Reiki process. But since I just want to do a quick clear and show you guys what it looks like, that's why that energetic clear was just so, kind of quick for me. One, it's just all about working in the Reiki energy a lot. I send myself Reiki energy pretty much every single day in some capacity. Whatever's bothering me, I send Reiki energy to it. I had a headache earlier, sent Reiki energy to it. Didn't need Advil. Like, that's what I'm doing now, is I'm trying to use self-Reiki to literally heal anything that comes up in the body. So throat chakra is a really great place where you can start to say affirmations around your confidence and your abilities. So you could say things like, I am confident in my spiritual gifts and abilities. I am confident coming out of the broom closet. I know my worth. I am safe to express my true feelings. I am safe to express my true self. I am safe to express my spiritual abilities. I am safe to be honest about my life. I am safe to express what feels good for me. I am safe to be my true self and not have to fit into everybody else's box. Any sort of affirmation like that is really going to help open up that throat chakra and allow you to come into a lot more of your power. If you are specifically struggling with coming out with your spiritual gifts, I would maybe rewind, go back, say some of those affirmations out loud, pick 2 or 3 to start incorporating into your daily routine, because that's a really quick way to just energetically clear out everything with the throat chakra there. So another thing I wanted to tell you guys about while I've gotcha is I am doing, me and Shannon are hosting a retreat in Sedona. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Madison. I am a medium, an Akashic Records reader, a Reiki master, and this is your chakra series where we're going through every single chakra, how they work, what they're tied to. But I also teach Reiki. So this looks like I have a in-person studio in Greensboro where I teach Reiki. I am developing an online course that will probably launch in the next 2 weeks. I'll link both of those in the show notes. And then also on my website, you can find information about me and Shannon's retreat to Sedona. So I went to Sedona and had a big spiritual awakening a few years ago. And it was a big piece of me getting validation for my gifts and starting to come into being a little bit more comfortable sharing about my gifts and kind of leaning into just some of these dreams that I had that I didn't understand. And so I really wanted to recreate that experience for other people who are looking for spiritual awakening, spiritual community, wanting to tap into spiritual gifts, all of the things. So here's what it's going to look like. September 21st to the 26th, we are going to Sedona. We are going to have a big Airbnb. There's going to be 10 of us. Me, Shannon, 8 spots open. A couple of them are already claimed, so realistically there's probably about 5 spots open. We're trying to keep it a small group. We want it to feel very community, very down to earth. So it's not going to be a big group. It's going to be 10 of us in total, me, Shannon, and then 8 other people. So here's what we're going to be doing. The first day, everybody just arrives. We're going to do dinner, mocktails, probably a meditation to set intentions, maybe a sound bath. And then Monday is going to start the activities. So we are doing horseback riding one day. We're doing energetic work at a vortex one day. We are going to the Grand Canyon one day. We are doing a Reiki class one day. So if you come and you don't have a Reiki certification, you will leave with one. If you come and you already have a Reiki certification, I'm also doing an Akashic Records class. So you'll be able to pick which one you want to do. And it'll be a really cool time to just connect energetically, untap spiritual gifts, come into some of your gifts that maybe you haven't been sure what to do with. So I cannot wait to have you join us in Sedona. You can grab more information on my website or secure your spot that way. I am so excited to meet you all in person if we haven't already met. So I will see you in Sedona in September. I hope that you enjoyed this throat chakra episode, and as always, happy healing.